What's going on YouTube? Aaron here, and in today's video, we are going to be diving into the Sherri Papini story. Now, if you haven't heard of this story, buckle up. It's kind of a wild one, but it's getting a lot of attention right now as of lately. It happened back in 2016. There are new developments in the case that are shedding some light on kind of what really happened with this story, and there's charges and everything being brought up around this case as well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens moving forward with this case. But let's go back to 2016, late 2016, November 2nd, to be specific, and talk about when Sherri reportedly went missing. So according to the criminal complaint filed in the case, Papini was 34 when she went missing from Mountain Gate on November 2nd, 2016. Extensive searches were conducted in the area of Shasta County, as well as other parts of California, even other surrounding states. So on November 24th, Thanksgiving Day, Papini reappeared along a rural on-ramp in Yolo County near Woodland, bruised and bound by restraints, according to the county sheriff's office. Papini had various bindings on her body and injuries, including a brand on her right shoulder, according to authorities. At the time, Papini told law enforcement officers and others that she had been abducted and held at gunpoint by two Hispanic women. She also provided details of the alleged abductors to an FBI sketch artist, and based on her account, they were able to come up with this composite sketch, and law enforcement at that time began to be on the lookout for two Hispanic women that were matching Papini's profile. The investigation eventually showed that her account was entirely fabricated, and Papini, who was married at the time, had voluntarily left and stayed with an ex-boyfriend in Costa Mesa, California, and had actually harmed herself in an attempt to make her story convincing to authorities when she was eventually found. During an interview conducted by federal agents and a Shasta County Sheriff's Office detective in 2020, Papini was warned that it was a crime to lie to federal agents. Who would have thought that, right? She was presented with evidence that showed she had not been abducted, and instead of retracting her kidnapping story, she continued to make false statements about her abductors, according to the news release this past Thursday. In addition, investigators said Papini applied to the California Victims Compensation Board for victims' assistance money based on her kidnapping. So from 2017 to 2022, she collected approximately 35 payments totaling over $30,000, and she used that for things like therapy and to pay off the ambulance that she had to take when she was found on that Thanksgiving Day. It's also rumored that they used that money to apply towards their own personal credit cards. So it's disgusting to think that this money was allocated and was supposed to be going to people that have actually gone through traumatic situations to help them through, things like therapy and things to get them back to a normal state of life. And she used this for her own personal gain. It's disgusting. Like I said, ultimately, the investigation revealed that there was no kidnapping. All the time and resources that should have been used to investigate the actual crime, protect the community, and provide resources to the victims were completely wasted based on the defendant's conduct. The 22-day search for Sherri Papini and subsequent 5-year search into who reportedly abducted her was not only taxing on public resources, but caused the general public to be fearful in their own city for their own safety. They are saying that if convicted, Papini could face a penalty of up to 5 years in prison and potentially a fine of up to $250,000. I think that minimum she should have to pay that fine. She used money that was supposed to be going to people that actually needed it. She brought race into a story where at a time, think about 2016, people using race to divide us even more. You have to think this community at this point for 4 years, 5 years, we're thinking that there were Hispanics, two Hispanic women that could have been targeting young white females. Like the fact that she brought race into this when it had nothing to do with it, in a time, like I said, where people are using that to drive us further apart is just disgusting. Okay, so as I'm editing this video, I'm realizing it might be beneficial for me to hop on and make a quick video to insert in between what you just saw and the actual end of the video. Okay, so I think, as I'm editing this, I'm realizing I'm more fired up than I think I ever have been in a video. And I think it's because if you follow this channel, you'll know we talk a lot about missing persons cases here on this channel. And specifically, as of lately, we've been talking a lot about missing children. And so for a story like this to come along, if it is indeed true, for someone to lie about something like this, so serious, something that is this serious, that wastes this much resources, this many resources, this much money, this much time, where that could have been used in other ways, it's the most frustrating, because there are actual people out there that are missing. There are children that are missing. There are adults, maybe even in that area where she reportedly went missing, that could have used those resources, that could have been, that could have been better served in another case. And so something like this comes along, and it's so beyond frustrating to me. And like I said, it's inexcusable. And so I think that's why I'm so fired up about this, because I care a lot about some of these stories that we follow. And like I said, if this is true, it's just really, really crappy. So back to the video. That's really the story. I'm fired up about it. I know that this wasn't a super long video. It's just a video that, had to be made because I heard about this story. A friend told me about this story, and I couldn't believe it. I know that there are some of you out there that probably haven't heard of this as well. So you're going to be deep diving a little bit more. Of course, as this story develops, I will maybe make an update on it. Of course, I would like her to be charged for what she did. She lied to federal agents. She used resources and money that was allocated and supposed to be allocated towards, real efforts, towards real causes. I mean, just the search alone over the 22 days that she was gone, you think about it. She had her husband, her actual husband, searching for her. He comes home from work. She's not there. He's terrified for 3 weeks. Meanwhile, she's shacking up with her ex-boyfriend in Southern California. It's just, she should be held accountable at the very least for everything that she did. And then on top of that, we'll just see what ends up happening beyond that, because there could definitely be some prison time based on some of her lies. So, of course, I'll be here to follow if there's any new developments in this story. I thought it was an interesting one to at least share with you guys today. If you liked this video, hit the like button down below. Also, hit the subscribe button. There's 50% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. And we're getting closer and closer to 20,000 subscribers. So help me reach that goal of 20,000 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.